But I'm here. I was having a great conversation with a good friend, working through some things, and just lost track of time. I don't know, have you ever done that? Have you ever been just talking with a friend, and it seems like time just stopped? You're just enjoying yourself so much, and that's kind of how this was. But anyway, y'all see my hair's actually fixed today. Look at this. Well, kind of, sort of. I have to go fix it again. I'm going to be recording some lessons today, so I had to get ready for that. But anyway, I'm going to ask you a question. I just want to know, what is your word for 2022? Do you have a word? I'm discussing that today in my Facebook group, the Unstoppable Woman Project, and this is the last day of our goal setting in there. But that's a big thing. What your word for the year. Some people have a phrase, and that's okay too. I discussed today in my group how I set my word and what works for me. You know, the one thing I want to talk about here today is that there's no right or wrong way. Some people just, they simply pray about it, which is great. Some people take a lot of time and thought and put a lot of effort into it, and they struggle with it. I don't think that's the way to do it. I mean, effort and time is okay, but you can also waste a lot of time trying to figure this out when sometimes mid-year you may change, your word may change, but all your word for the year is for is to strictly help you to focus on something for the year. Have you ever gone through a year and not focused on anything, and you get to the other side and you see that you've got nothing accomplished? What about focusing on the wrong thing all year? I think back to 2020, and our focus was more on panic. Most people's focus was on panic more than anything. And 2021, I hear so many people talk about what a bad year 2021 was. And what were you focusing on? I mean, that's what you need to be thinking about, is what is going to further you for this year? What is going to help you this year? I would challenge you to look at your goals. What goals have you set this year? If you haven't set goals, you need to set goals. Okay, you need to. Goals are so important. But let your word flow from your goals, or maybe you have a word and your goals flow from that. That's what happened with me this year. My word is health, and all of my goals flowed from that. It started with physical health, but it went into other areas of health. Every area of my life needs to be healthy. And even those that are already healthy still need to be attended to. And so that's how I set my goals this year. So look for a word that will benefit your life. Look for a phrase that will benefit your life. What is something where do you want to be by the end of 2022? What do you want to accomplish by the end of 2022? Pick your word or your phrase from that. Don't just, throw anything out there. Pick something that means something. Think on it a little bit, but you don't need to stress about it. Think on where you want to be in the next 365 days. And yes, I said 365 days because I did a blog post on that the other day. You don't, every day starts your new year, and you need to treat it that way. You can go read my blog post at cindydmint.com, but every day starts your new year. And so you need to be focused on where you want to be at the end of the next 365 days. I know where I want to be. I'm already working towards that. I have goals for here in my house, and I have business goals. I have relationship goals. I have spiritual goals. I have goals across every area of my life. And those that are really going well right now, those goals will not be ignored, but the goals I really need to work on harder will be the ones I put more effort into. So I just wanted to come out here today and challenge you. Find your word for the year. If you know what it is, comment. I'd love to hear what your word is. I would love to hear what you've picked for this year. Let me know what your goal is, what your word is, or what your phrase is. Okay. So that's all I have for y'all today. This week's I'll be here live tomorrow and Tuesday here in my office. Thursday, I will be traveling, so the live will be on the road. And Friday, I don't know what time I'll be here. Thursday, I'll be here at my usual time, but Friday, I'm not sure because of I'll be in a conference, and it'll depend on breaks and things like that. But I will be live Friday. Probably going to give you an update on the conference. I'm really excited about it. But it's the first one I've been to in a while, and Michael's going with me, so this is going to be fun. You know what? I'm gonna hop off of here. I do want you to let me know if you're watching this later. I'd love to hear what your word of the day is. If you'd like to know how to set goals and like to read my complete post today on, how to find your word, and you can do it my way, where your word kind of comes and then you back into your goals, or you can take your goals and find your word, whatever works for you, or you can find your number one goal and your word can come from that. But whichever works for you. I have that in my group. Last week we did a whole thing on a whole solutions. It's called the goal setting solution. So we did that on how to set goals. If you would like to be a part of that, it's not too late. It won't take you long. You can jump over there and go to the guide section, and it's all in there along with worksheets. It's guide number 2. It's the goal setting solution. Again, you can find that in my Facebook group, The Unstoppable Woman Project. The link for that is in the description of this video, unless you're in my group. And thank you for watching this in the group. That's all I have for you today. But you know what? I love you. More importantly, God loves you. And you have a